Get out the insurance cards, get out the co-pays. The office is open, my friends. Brought to you by drroto.com.
So let's get to it.
Bring the bang!
What's up, everybody? It's Heat Override, and I'm ready to bring the pain for another Hard Hits review. Woo! What's up, Dan? Welcome to the Hard Hits Show.
What's up, man? I figured I'd come by join you today since we don't have a podcast this week.
We do not have a podcast, of course, and that's the best. You know, we get a little break so we don't have to do the extra. Although I will be writing, I will be doing my writing. I have everything ready, slowly done for UFC 323. So it's kind of like I can give it a good slow burn heading into next week. So, but welcome everybody into the Fight Club of Pain while everybody piles in, talks about it, of course. I said the Fight Club of Pain. On the Hard Hits review, I will be giving out my IDP Player of the Week to pick up for tonight's waiver wire. The week is smashed. I have literally did every one of my articles except my top 20 defense. So that being said, everything's handed in at Dr. Roto. We have a bunch of Turkey Day slates. So on Thanksgiving Day, of course, the NFL, 3 games. I will be giving out a lineup for that I created. Also a DFS hero lineup. Use code word DOC, get 20% off of your subscription. I mean, if your seasonal team is out, people, play DFS. It just makes sense. But before you play DFS, because they've been so muddled because of the computers and all of the simulators, you got to head over to Dr. Roto, use code word WIN, and get a percentage off of your prescription and get in the subs-only Discord, because that's where the true magic is made. Yeah. But, man, this is crazy. Dude, you got off work all the way till next Monday. For once, you got more days than me.
Monday? I'm on vacation till Monday, bro. I'm in holiday mode.
I love it. I love it, man. So while Dan starts his holiday mode, I got to work tomorrow, but I'm practically planning for Small Business Saturday on Saturday in Erie, Pennsylvania. We do that at the Boston store. So literally I put up a 12-foot tree, decorated it today, got everything light up. Tomorrow I have to sweep up all the rubbish, which this is a massive, this area is like a whole block wide, like long city block wide, and pretty deep. So I got a lot of stuff to do. At least I'm ahead on the bathrooms. People, this is what we do. But, I mean, we just came off of 2 amazing UFC events. We just came off of 2 back-to-back. Well, everything's usually great at Dr. Roto. Big times, big wins, people pulling out some things. I had some great fire on the Ultra Contrarian show where I nailed all 3 receivers. I had Pickens, I had A.J. Brown, and I had Michael Wilson. Those were my 3 receivers. They went off, man. So what about the Steelers? What is going on with your team, bro?
The coaching is awful. It's the coaches. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not the players. They have the talent. It's the defensive scheme. And it all trickles down to the head coach. It all trickles down from the head coach. I mean, he coaches this team like it's still the 90s. and football has evolved since he even got hired as the head coach. And he has not evolved with the game.
That's right. That's why people look at people like Sean McVay and Bill Dermott and Buffalo. Like, this is what they do. They want an offensive-minded coach. It almost feels like the defensive side's getting a bad shake. But it feels so. The NFL is turning into practically like a game management league where your superstars get sat, and instead of your superstar receiver catching 9 receptions, going 153 yards and 2 touchdowns, you're getting the touchdowns to Davis Allen. You're getting touchdowns to Colby Parkinson. You're getting a touchdown to Tyler Higbee, and you don't get one for Kyron Williams. You don't get one for Puka Nacua, Devontae Adams. The skill players are just not. And I get that they're doing it, but that's what makes, like a league format like best ball inviting, more intriguing, because people are just getting sick and tired of the way they go into it. it's kind of like the last 2 weeks, the Rams haven't really had to use Kyron Williams. And because of that, Kyron Williams' numbers have been shit. So with that being said, the only way to really play true fantasy football nowadays is to look at your matchups, think about what you're going to do, play your superstars, and just pray. Pray they get the touchdown. Because people like Kenneth Walker and Charbonnet, every single week Charbonnet gets a touchdown. Every single week, Kenneth Walker is above 15 carries, etc., 17, 18 touches. He gets 70, 80, 90, 100 yards, no touchdown. That doesn't work in a non-scoring league. When you have a standard league and you rely on touchdowns and very minimal yards, no receptions, that's what is killing fantasy football right now and really making the simulators a lot more effective for the DFS slates, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But overall, go on, talk about that.
Oh, no, that's your department, bro. That's your department.
I was losing you in there. There. Now, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say that's all you, brother. That's all you.
Yeah. So everybody knows if you watch the Fight Club of Pain live on Thursdays from Dr. Roto, you will know that Dan doesn't actually bet, but he does bet every once in a while. So we'll get to that later. DFS wise, he's more so just putting lineups in and just going, whatever. Like he sees it, but it's not it's not appealing to you, right?
No, I mean I don't like to spend money, so that's the thing. I don't like to spend money, so I don't bet. I'd love to win it, but I don't like to spend it. So
and that's the thing that we have been preaching for weeks, but I have been shouting it from the top of the world that everybody is enthralled with the NFL. SiriusXM Fantasy, it's all NFL. Well, that's what sells, right? No, it doesn't sell. The fact that you ignore the UFC DFS and UFC betting is complete shit, SiriusXM Fantasy. I'll say it. You want to say something? You come to me, Mr. Heat Override, because I will call you out. It's like, it's you're sitting there, you're negating a whole crowd. So when you're not talking about the DFS slates on a show, which, by the way, the Fight Club of Pain can definitely whoop. Dude, I bet we could go on SiriusXM and get some of the best numbers of that entire channel because of how awesome our content is. You feel that way?
Oh man, I don't mean to toot our own horns, but we're the last couple of weeks we've both been on fire. So with our picks, with our predictions and everything. So
mm-hmm. Yeah, and that the thing is the Fight Club of Pain is geared for picks and finishes. We talk about finishes, we nail finishes, but we also give out picks. So yeah, we've had some down weeks on that because we're only picking 3 or 4. But then again, when you flip out and you get back to it and you look at my entire card, you'll be like, oh, well, Heat Override went 1-3 on the main card, but he goes 11-3 overall.
Yeah.
So it's we're nailing the fights that you can make money on. Because sometimes, like we saw, like with the main event, you don't make the best of money, especially if there isn't a finish. So if we're not going to get a finish, and we're not going to get 1,000 punches or whatnot, then sometimes it's good to just avoid the main event.
I agree, and I think you picked the perfect fight last week in the Almabaev fight.
Yes.
You picked the perfect fight, and that's what I won my parlay on, an Almabaev fight.
That's right. Oh, and we will get to the fight. And we actually have a comment. It's from my guy Rasta. Right there. There we go. What's up, Rasta? How you doing? Thanks for popping in. We're just doing giving out my Macho pick of the week for the DFS slate, IDP stuff for seasonal. We're gonna be talking about UFC, but man, Rasta's part of the Get Right Fantasy crew. I've been running them with them for the last 2 years. I actually just got eliminated. I was one of 7 teams left, eliminated in their guillotine league. So, but that's always fun. Me and there's a couple of the guys in the Dr. Roto leagues from the Get Right Fantasy crew that have kind of popped in. So it's been like it's like a great like partnership in a way. Not that a partnership between Dr. Roto and them. They do their thing, we do our thing. But it's great to be part of their group. Fantasy football, bringing people together. They talk. They're highly active. And these are the guys. These guys are the guys that I talk about that do a lot of the mock drafts during the off season. They give out a $50 gift card at the end of it all, and you're just mock drafting for 4 weeks before the season. And why this is important, and why I've said it and have done it for the two, it just gets you reps, people. It's like shooting a basketball. It's like fighting. It's like running. The more you run, the longer you can run. So why wouldn't you want to do mock drafts? Why wouldn't you want to drive in? And the thing is like, this is different than when you just pick up a mock draft. These dudes know, they're like me. They're good. And they broadcast live on their YouTube and everything. So I got to give out mad respect for you stopping by. That's the guys I talk about. So that's the guy that actually got me into the Get Right Fantasy and all that stuff. So really good people, man. That's what we do. We don't hate in the industry. We talk about it, but we do our own thing too. And it's just great to talk to people from other angles, man. Woo! So, anyway, now before we get into the whole UFC preview and we get the timeout, what are you drinking today, Dan?
Oh, I got some Miller Lite, man.
I got Strawberry Crunch Bar.
Oh, man, you gave me one of those. You gave me one of those.
How did you like it?
I liked it. It was a little too sweet for me, man. I'm not a big sweet beer guy.
Yeah, this one really did run up the sweetness on that one, but that tangerine one was, ooh.
Yeah, I really liked that tangerine one.
Bro, that Eli Fish in Batavia, New York. So they have their own foundry. They're their own beer, brewery, everything like that. But they have amazing food. If you go online, they have an amazing restaurant, all wood, decked out. It's not dark. It looks like it could be dark, but it's really high scale, upscale. But their beers were amazing. I did a peanut butter jelly time. Go, go, go. I did that. Much love, Tommy. My brother used to love that song, man. What's up? Yeah. But and then I have a can of that fruit salsa for you. And nice. Man, you're going to love it, dude.
I can't wait to try it.
I will say I had my dark beer. I had an IPA. I had the peanut butter jelly time. Go, go, go. So there's always times on Bring the Pain that we get a little wild. I mean, look at this, man. I got right there one of the greatest matches, man. Bang! We hit it. So, that being said, this fruit salsa from Eli Fish, you think it goes this way, you think it goes that way, but it's like a salsa. Because that was her favorite thing that she had. It was a waitress. She retired or went on to went into a different job. She graduated, whatever not. So as her going away present, she loved this. So they created a beer to say au revoir.
Yeah,
and that's cool.
That is to say thank you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Why don't more jobs do this stuff? Like I'm not asking a job to get a mop bucket with me on the side of it, but I mean, that would be a hell of a mop bucket. It would definitely bring the pain to the mop industry. But at the same time, it's one of those things that just, that's what the Fight Club of Pain is about. It's about good times, getting finishes, and enjoying some beers if you drink, or have a soda if you watch the UFC fights. But I just go back on it, man. I'm going to say it multiple times, and when we get to it, when we get to all the bets and stuff like that, you will understand what I'm talking about. And if you don't understand, you have to listen to the Fight Club of Pain. You have to, because it's a no-brainer that if you love to watch the UFC and you want an actual fantasy sport that actually is good and fun to watch, and you don't have any intangibles like watching Kyron Williams only get 12 carries because the Rams are shit stomping the hell out of their opponents. We got another one. We're going to beat the daylights out of the Carolina Panthers. they think the San Francisco 49ers beat those boys down. We're going to beat them down. And Stafford ain't going to be throwing no interceptions. But
Stafford is playing lights out, bro. He's playing lights out.
MVP.
Lights out this year.
Woo! Man, and to think that when I went into the season, my MVP was Joe Burrow. Well, he got hurt. So I lost.
He's back. He's playing. Yeah. He's playing Thanksgiving.
I know, but he's not going to be able to he's not going to be able to win MVP this year, unfortunately. So that bet is lost. Yeah, but Chase has a chance at touchdowns for receivers. Well, maybe not. Yards, he has a chance at yards, but losing a game sucks. So we'll see where it all kind of works out. But I practically did Burrow and Chase. Chase was going to be the offensive player. Burrow was going to be the MVP. And that's how I was taking it. I don't know why I felt like that. The stats just seemed like it was going that way. And Joe Burrow gets hurt, and that's how that goes. So, yeah. Not cool.
Flacco did good in his place, though, man. Flacco did good.
He did. I mean, he did exactly what he needed to do.
He beat the Steelers. He beat the Steelers.
Yes, he did. He does that at least once a year, no matter where he's at. He loves to just beat you guys. So, all right, well, let's run through the UFC, and then of course we'll get to the IDP pick of the week. Get that to your waiver wire. Also, I will get you that Macho pick of the week. You will get your DFS lineup for Thursday from the DFS Hero Simulator, and you will get my hand-created one. I will give you my hand-created one. Well, no, I'll give you the DFS Simulator one, then I'll give you the hand-created one, and we'll see how close they are. And then at the end, we're going to be talking Survivor Series. So if you're a wrestling fan and you love the WWE and you're ready for some war games, we're going to talk about that. We'll be talking about Thanksgiving Day traditions, foods, and that whole little thing, because Survivor Series, football on Thanksgiving, this is all unity, people. This is what Bring the Pain does that no other podcast in the world does. Check that. I swear to God, ain't nobody gonna come at me because I said that. Oh, now you're gonna come at me, but guess what? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. All right, let's start it out. The way I had this written down, of course, maybe out of order, but we had Merrick Bujalo versus Denzel Freeman. I wanted the knockout in that, did not get it, of course. Whatever, got the win with Denzel Freeman. Dalby versus Saig Igazaman. Now, dude, this was a bad matchup for Sagan. And I mean, Nicholas Dalby's a hard matchup, right? You want to talk a little bit about it?
Nah, Dalby's a hard matchup for anybody at welterweight, man. He's just a tough guy.
Yeah, and he showed that by winning by decision. A lot of people had Dalby get knocked out. I thought that fight would go under because I thought Dalby could get him too, but that's not what happened. So I picked Sagan. I took a loss right there. All right, so I went Nurulo Ali, got the win there over Shamrock. I took Ismail Naradiv, got that knockout over Ryan Loder. I did take Bekzat Almakhan Topuria. He got that win, so I took that loss there. Ulanbekov versus Haraguchi. I picked Haraguchi. We're going to talk about him in a few moments as well, too. Abdul Rahman destroying Rafael Sequeira. Insane. Got that win. We got the Bogdan Grad versus Luke Riley. Dude, Luke Riley looked good. Did you get a chance to watch that fight?
I did watch that fight, man. He did look good in that. He looked a lot better than his last fight.
Yeah, he did. And I know that, there might be times on the Fight Club of Pain that you say the other promotions, Bellator, PFL, their guys are kind of garbage or just can't hang it up to this level. I feel Luke Riley is making that transition now.
Well, they're starting him at the bottom of the card, which that's where they should start. They didn't feed him to the top of the card. So he's fighting people at his level at the moment.
All right. I mean, somewhere in there lies a patchy mix joke, but I mean,
Patchy Mix loses to everyone.
Dude, we had to have a Patchy Mix meeting. Also, since there's going to be some time coming off before the end of the year, me and Dan are going to do the next time that the UFC is off, of course, 323, and then the fight night after that. After that week, we're going to do a year in review for the Fight Club of Pain. Just talk about, some of the best bets, some of the funds. I don't really want to take the time and go back and add up all of our wins because I know we have way more units and way more wins than any other show in the world. You could do NFL, MLB, NBA, UFC. Nobody's got more units up than us, bar none. I swear. Go back and check every single podcast. Go check all those plays. I'll put it on it right there that we are, if not one of the best. One of the best. So that's the hard work that Dan and I have been doing for the Fight Club of Pain, and that is only available on Bring the Pains podcast. Yeah! Woo!
Hey, nobody breaks down a fight like us, brother. Nobody.
It's because I feel that everybody feels that they have to go to Tapology and read a lot of that stuff. Not everybody. So we want picks. I know those dudes are solid as shit. Every one of those dudes, Artem, Jacob, the freckled sandal man there. Oh yeah, the freckled sandal man there. Right? And Ange, I know they know their shit. And they have a legion of people that follow them, and they catch a lot of shit too. Because they're not always 100% perfect. But the thing is that we don't have to be. None of us have to be as experts. We're here to give you a good play. It's up to you in the end to click that button and put that amount in. If you put $1,500 on, let's say, Sayeg Agazama, then you shouldn't have did that without consulting in us first, right?
I mean, I agree. If you put all your eggs on the Patchy Mix basket, yeah, I mean you're gonna lose all your money.
Yeah. That's like going to each door during Halloween and putting $1,500 up on who's gonna give you the corn candy, right? Nobody even gives that out anymore. So you're gonna literally lose $1,500 every damn door. Who would do that? A lot of you people do that. A lot of you people lose. You don't lose when you're part of the Fight Club of Pain at Dr. Roto. You don't lose. So I'm going to run my mouth a lot on this podcast because we said last week, after how hot we've been, if we nail some shit this week, we're going to run our mouth, right?
I agree.
Right? We get to run our mouth, people, because there ain't many people doing it better. So if we're the best, one of the best, you better start listening before you can't listen for free. That does happen in life, people. That does happen. So that's all I'm saying. I will toot. You can check things. But then we get to, let me just go through these other fights because I want to leave the Fight Club of Pain, what we covered for what we talked about. So we got WCA. We did talk about Waldo Cortez Acosta and Gaziev. Gaziev went from being a huge favorite, as we said, to getting his ass knocked out in the first round by WCA, bro. What's up?
Bro, you called it. You were like, I guarantee he knocks him out in the first round. Those were your exact words.
Dude, and first round knockout was like 800. First and second round knockout 500, literally took the money that I won from his first and second round knockout 2 weeks prior and put it back on him. Who's doing that? Who's doing that?
He's trying to fight again.
Yeah, I know.
He's trying to fight again.
Murphy's trying to get on one of these cards too. Lerone Murphy?
Yeah.
He wants on, but I think he only gets on the Fight Club. Or, the fight night.
Yeah,
I think he gets on the fight night after the 323. I just said Fight Club because it's in my head.
Dude, I'd love to see WCA fight again. He's probably my favorite heavyweight right now.
You know what? I have seen Tom Aspinall for about a half a round, and I'm saying I'm not going to talk on Tom Aspinall, but I'm going to say this: and it's good that Tom Aspinall is young. Somewhat young. But if WCA continues fighting like this and getting better and learning, you're looking at what could be one of the next dominant forces in the heavyweight division.
I want to see WCA versus Derek Lewis, man. I gotta see it. I have to see that fight,
dude. If he could continue this was in my head. I think he could threaten Derek Lewis's knockout record. I think he can.
Oh man, that's a long ways away.
It is. But he's young. He can do it. And the way he's knocking out half this division, there's a bunch of other guys he hasn't fought yet that got soft chins. I mean, Sergey Spivak. I mean, there's just so many. I mean, I'm not saying like I don't need to run through the whole division to see. WCA can knock out a lot of these people.
I agree.
Can knock out a lot of them. He would knock out Tom Peterson. And this isn't just because Ante Delija knocked him out. And he got poked by Ante Delija. And it was almost considered, we all seen this. But dude, he just keeps getting knockouts. That's going to pop. But I really do think, you read it, Waldo Cortez Acosta versus Derek Lewis. If somebody in the UFC is watching this right now, make that fight happen. Make it happen, people.
Love to see that fight.
Woo, man. All right, let's get to Volkan Ozdemir versus Alonzo Menafield. I didn't think Menafield would get smoked like that.
That was crazy.
I thought he could definitely go the distance. Like, I thought that. And after his last couple wins and just being able to, like, withstand all that punishment, Volkan just went in there and hit him with a Vulcan buster from freaking one of the Contra games and blasted his ass right across the damn ring.
Scorched him. He scorched him. I mean, it was crazy.
That was just insane. So now that we got most of those out the way, let's get to the Fight Club's 3 we covered. We had Alex Perez versus Sue Almabayev, Bilal Muhammad versus Ian Machado Gary, and of course Armin Tsarukyan versus Dan Hooker. Now, I was heavy on the under 3.5 rounds. The under 2.5 rounds at a plus 268 also hit. Both suggested on the Fight Club of Pain. Distance, no. Fight Club of Pain. Knockout was a 105. I didn't really play the knockout too much. You knew we were going to do the knockout as a hedge, but we were playing submission plus 330. Also, on the Tsarukyan side, sub first 3 rounds plus 550, sub first 2 rounds plus 800. We also had the money line distance no negative 147 parlayed, knockout sub negative 145, sub for Tsarukyan plus 240. I'm going to run up Ian Machado Gary. Of course, knockout and points was huge. Points for knockout for Ian Machado Gary. We did the money line distance, yes, parlayed, negative 116. We did have a couple knockout bets, but we also had the decision no bet at a negative 320. We got our money back when it went the distance. Now, everybody didn't think that Asu Almabayev could get that win over Alex Perez. Everybody thought that he would win by decision, but we got a 3rd round sub, and it was under the 2.5, under 2.5 plus 154. Sub, 2nd, 3rd round, plus 900. 3rd round sub. I don't have that one written down. That was plus 1,800. And then money line, and we did 2 minutes of any round. We were so close to the 2 minutes of any round plus 1,200. Decision no bet, negative 148. Hit that. Also hit the no distance at plus 130 on the Sioux side. This is what football does not do. This is what basketball does not do. This is what baseball doesn't do unless somebody like randomly gets a pinch hit and knocks in. The fact that we're able to get plus 900s on something that can happen and we're able to put money on that is why UFC betting and DFS separates itself from the class. I know that a lot of people think I'm talking out of my ass. I promise you, I can show you why the UFC is better as a betting and as a DFS sport than the other sports. And as long as you want to believe me or don't believe me, that's up to you. But I'm telling you right now, these numbers, when's the last time you're going to get a plus 900 on somebody who's a favorite to get a touchdown, right?
Yeah.
Guess what? Dan, I'm not wrong.
No, you're not wrong. You're not wrong at all. I mean, it's crazy. People need to start listening to you.
You too, because the way you're able to sometimes hedge off of me and my crazy ass predictions for finishes, you always have that coverage, that hedge. So if somebody likes your approach better, and they do, and we're mostly in line, you still get that. Like, dude, when you're nailing those money line distance, yes, and you're getting a plus 569, I mean, that's the butter, dude. That's what we're doing at the Fight Club of Pain. Right?
I love it. Yeah, I love it. I mean, it's fun to talk about, man. Like I said before, I don't like spending money. So.
Yeah. So for the people that don't know and the people that think I'm just blowing, smoke up my ass or their asses or something like that, what I just said is a plus 900 for a second to third, right? How about sub plus 310? All right, 2 bets, both positive, right? 2 bets, both positive, both can cover yourselves. If there's a first round sub, you got it with the sub 310, you get your money back for both bets and you still make money. Yeah, okay. You ain't got to be smart to make that decision. Oh, decision no bet, negative 148. Under the 2.5 plus 154. Those 4 bets can be made 4 possibly different ways. And you could look at this and say, well, you're losing all that money. No. When we give our fight breakdown, we tell you how to hedge so that you can make your money or make more money if the thing comes out. But why I bring this up to you is let's just look at the touchdown props. I can literally go live right now. And I can guarantee that Jahmyr Gibbs probably has a negative 200 or negative. Let's play check the numbers, because I got a point for this, all the people out there, and I'm trying to really talk this up right here. So here we go. We got it. We got the NFL. We got it coming up right now, and boom, Lions. I think it might be a 255. I want to say I was looking at it earlier. They don't have anything up for the other games yet, because I was trying to get the Macho pick of the weeks. Okay, I was right at first. Negative 190. Josh Jacobs, negative 145. Negative 100. Amon-Ra St. Brown. Let's find a negative 900. Okay, we're close. Plus 600 for Anthony Furster.
Who?
Anthony Furster. The
Who?
ex-Tennessee. Hold on. Malik Heath, plus 950. Malik Heath. Why are you putting your money on people who are barely going to score, but all of you are going to ignore the greatness of the Fight Club of Pain when I give you a plus 900, when Dan gives you a plus 380, when we give you these numbers? You would rather go lose your money on the GOAT of all sports, the NFL, rather than go win money 4 different ways.
On the most exciting sport. On the most exciting
sport. Look, first touchdown for Jahmyr Gibbs is plus 400. That doesn't even hold the sub for second and third round plus 900's nuts. And y'all just loving the NFL. Y'all can just stay making no money. Y'all can stay making no money. Because when the Fight Club of Pain explodes, y'all going to be paying a lot of money just to get our content. So just let that be known, because this will explode. This was not even, we haven't even been doing this a year. And our formula is immaculate. Yet, y'all just want to go throw money on a negative 190. Have fun with that. Take your 81 cents and go buy a Christmas present. Because you could have. What?
It makes no sense, man.
All they're doing is giving fellatio to the NFL. But that's all. I'm just running. We're talking shit. It's what we do. I mean, it's a Fight Club. We're turning the hard hits review into the Fight Club. So, well, after we got that, the parlay of pain, 4-1 the last 3 weeks, 4-1 this week. Freeman money line, Dalby no distance. That's my miss. Riley no distance. Hermanson no distance. Of course, it wasn't just Hermanson. It was the whole fight. So get that. Tsarukyan under 3.5 gave you a plus 1569. Round robin, I returned more money than any of that. I went to a tournament on Saturday. I went to a championship dinner to receive my grand champion point fighting trophy plaque, because I'm number one. I am the champion at point fighting in my age division for the underbelt. That being said, that while I was doing all that, I couldn't put no bets in. And this card, I would have tore apart all my previous bets. I looked at my phone, hit it all. And also, my money line bet went 4-1. However, the parlay of pain parlay in the subs only Discord at Dr. Roto went 5-0. 5-0. Because I made a derivative off of this one. Also, I do want to apologize. My 5-tastic picks didn't even make it to the site because football's all over the place. So, literally for the first week, well, I've had other 5-0 weeks. For the first week, the 5-tastic picks were not posted at Dr. Roto, and it was a perfect article. It's a sad thing that people just don't want to make money in this sport, but we'll make it for you. If you don't want it, go ahead, Dan. You can run your mouth.
I mean, I get it. I mean, even I put a parlay in on this last one. I don't bet.
Yes. Talk about your parlay. What did you have?
I had all money lines, man. The Alma Bay of money line, Luke Riley money line, Machado Gary, and Tsarukyan. All money line. And I put that 4-leg parlay in. It was a plus 277. I won.
Yeah. And that's the thing is that we're able, normally when I'm not fighting or doing things like that, and I'm in the subs only Discord at Dr. Roto, I'm usually doing 3-leg parlays and then round robining them all the way through the card, because in that way you're just getting money along the way. And then I throw in a couple finishes. That's how I do it at the subs only Discord at Dr. Roto. I know that a lot of other people do live shows. We need to do them, but we're so busy with what we're doing in life. I got crazy dogs sometimes. They'd be jumping all over the place. I think it would be a distraction, but it would still be something fun to do.
Two weeks ago, remember that 6-leg parlay I showed you when we were at your fight?
Yeah.
I lost by one fight.
One fight.
I picked JDM.
And you didn't,
if I would have picked Islam, I would have won that whole 6-leg parlay.
Yeah. And so here's the thing, people. While all of you are losing a lot of your NFL parlays because you're one catch short, literally one catch short. I was a Pearsall catch short from a 5-leg cash in last night. Of course, that's why you got to do the other parlays. You got to play everything as a single. So I still was able to hit all 4 of those parlays. But as I was talking to you, Dan, if you money line that, or if you not money line it, if you round robin it, you have to put more money out in a way. But that's why I said go down to like 25% of your budget. But then now you win all that back. So even though like the parlay of pain, that plus 1,500 goes out, I still, because of the 3 legs and all the 2 legs I hit with their combinations, I was still able to return. I think I returned like $14 or $15 with that loss.
Bro,
so,
that 6-leg parlay, man, that was a plus 15,491. Plus 15,000. And I missed it by one. I missed by one fight. You know how mad I was? You know how mad I was?
Because it was the last. It's almost at that point you should have just cashed out. If you'd have been like, hey Rob, what's going on? They're trying to buy my bet back for $800. I'd be like, bro, get it, just get out, run from that fight. Because I didn't really have a lot of bets on the Shevchenko fight or the JDM fight. Yeah. I didn't have it. I played that like I just knew they were going a distance, so I wasn't playing that game.
I played $20 on that parlay.
Woo! That would have been a few thousand.
Yeah,
that would have been a lot. That would have been a lot. So, when you look at all that, you look at the DFS lineups. I put 3 lineups in on DraftKings, 3 lineups in on FanDuel, and 2 out of the 3 scored. The lineups that I hit in the Dr. Roto Subs Only Discord scored. And again, you got all that for free with me being away winning my championship. Think about how much money you can win live when I'm in that room. And Dan's in that room, because Dan's in that room now too. So, I mean, we got your bets. So before I do that, I'm going to do the DFS and then the picks review. You got anything to say before we move along to that?
No, that was I had fun talking about that.
Woo-wee! All right, let's move it on. So I went 12-2 overall for Qatar, UFC Qatar, whatever. The Fight Club of Pain, me and Dan both went 3-0. 3 units up again. I don't know, people. Sounds like you need a new podcast. You need to come listen to me and Dan. Also, here's your DFS. This is what made a difference. Haraguchi, 20%. Muhammad was 25% on DraftKings and 17% on FanDuel, give or take the contest. Ian Machado Gary, 37%. That's actually average for UFC. Let's go over to Nardiv, 15% owned. Albameyev, 22% owned, and I did get Albameyev for 17% owned on DraftKings. Luke Riley, 13% owned, 19% owned on FanDuel. Nicholas Dalby, 11% owned. And my guy, our new dude, Waldo Cortez Acosta, 15% owned. All of you people keep hating, and those all were plays and fighters mentioned on the Fight Club of Pain. The pay lines were around 425 for DK, 500 for FanDuel, and that was a clinic. We put it out there, we put the thing, and we killed another fight night, Dan.
Yeah, that's 2 in a row. That's 2 weeks. 3 weeks in a row. That's 3 weeks in a row.
Yeah, it's 3. And the thing is people, you got to remember, even when Dan and I go 1-3, we still nail some of those finishes. We still have those finishes nailed. So, you're not losing money. You're just winning money. So, it's simple. So follow, share. At Dr. Roto, at Bring the Pain. You can find both us on YouTube, Facebook, and the X. Of course, this show is live. If you've got something to say it. I'm waiting for people to talk. But this is more of a review show, so I get it. So, looking forward to UFC 323, and then we'll do the Macho pick. We will do the IDP pickup. We will do favorite foods for Thanksgiving, and then we will talk about WWE Survivor Series. So, UFC 323, Balashvili versus Jan, and of course we have Pantoja versus Van. Are you excited for this card?
I am. Dude, the top 3 fights are just killer. My favorite flyweight, Brandon Moreno's fighting. We got Pantoja and Van. We got Peter Yan and Marab. Everybody, if you watch the show, everybody knows that I'm the biggest Marab fan on the planet.
Yeah.
Dude, Henry Cejudo's fighting too.
Yeah. You got
Jan Blachowicz is back.
Got
Chris Duncan. Macy Barber. Macy Barber's fighting. Marvin Vittori. Edison Barbosa and Jalen Turner. Man, come on.
Nazim Zadakov. And then we got our boy. We got our boy at the bottom. Myron. I'm as soft as a sponge. Santos. Ooh,
man. Dude, that card is stacked from top to bottom, man.
Yeah, and then of course Mansour Abdul Malik. He's going. Here's a freebie for you people. And the minute you can get this, which won't be till probably when the Fight Club airs, because that's what they're going to do, he is going to knock his boy out. Dude, Tricolio, boop. That fight's going under. Lock that in. They'll lock that in, I swear. Also, people, get over to FanDuel and DraftKings and get in there and go to the futures for UFC and put a bet on Joshua Van to be the champion at the end of the month, at the end of the year, and also go ahead and put it on Pantoja or put it on Volashvili to be the champion. The last I checked, all of the champion bets, the odds were all positive. So, if they're still positive, and I can go check, but I don't need to, if they're still positive, you can literally play all 4 of those fighters, cover yourself correctly, and you will win your money back, but you might win a little more. So that's what you want to do. You definitely want to play. I don't see Pantoja losing, though. I think he's going to lock up Van.
Yeah, I don't think Van has the experience for this fight at the moment. I think he needs a few more fights under his belt. He struggled with the guys that Pantoja just ragdolls.
Yeah. Even when we go back to the Revolve fight, he took a lot of damage in that fight, and then I love
and
And
Pantoja just destroyed Royval.
Yeah, because he just locked him up. And that's the thing is, people, sometimes, if Van can catch him and do it, like Michael Morales, except the problem is Michael Morales is super tall. So, I just caught another video of them laughing about Michael Morales and his leaned over approach, and how during that fight, I was just laughing my ass off too, watching him, watching the takedowns from Sean Brady. And it was just funny. He was so leaned over, but it worked. I don't see Van doing that. Van's a banger. Van's going to throw. And if once Pantoja gets on your back, I don't know, man.
And I'm saying it before it happens. Dvalishvili, Marab is going to get over 10 takedowns in this fight.
Whoa. Well, and we have history with Jan. And
over 10 takedowns.
Dude, go find that. DraftKings will have that. FanDuel will be scared. They'll give it +1, and it'll be like a +1,600. Literally. And I'm like, FanDuel, what are you doing? Give me at least a +2 or a +3 and give me like a -310 or something. But whatever. Just go keep doing you. Keep doing you, FanDuel. But I actually have something about DraftKings in a minute. I probably shouldn't run my mouth well like this, but I'm going to run my mouth. So that's going to be an amazing card. I'll bring that up. So one of the DK people that works for DK messaged me and goes, hey, he must have did his little research. He goes, hey, you should join this betting group, blah, 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 blah. Now I'm like, okay, why does DK have an employee messaging me about joining a betting group? So I get over to this betting group, and it's this guy named Chris. So the Chris guy hits me up, and he goes, yeah, man, look at my wins last week. Yeah, man, do this. And this is exactly what you avoid. But the fact that somebody from DraftKings is trying to, fish me was insane. So this just all went down. I could send the messages. I got them. They could put the messages up, too. I practically was like, look, I work for Dr. Roto. I'm just, before you even try to add me to anything, then they're trying to get money out of me. I'm like, people, we charge at Dr. Roto for our stuff. Why would I want your stuff? So then the Chris dude comes back and goes, well, I haven't missed a bet in this long. And I'm thinking, dude, I don't want your football bets. Football sucks. I want UFC bets, and I'm better than you at that. So why would I pay Chris, whatever that is, one of those Brady Brown bets, whatever. Why would I pay you money when you say you're better than me? I'm better than you. So, the fact that a DraftKings employee was trying to get me into this, and now I'm talking shit, right? But at the same time, I'm not talking shit. How are you going to take somebody that says that works for Dr. Roto, and Dr. Roto's on SiriusXM, and all of us want to defeat you, your sites, and make money off of you, and you have an employee putting me into a group to do that money? And it's funny because one of the other guys I'll say Jeff Mans was talking about how he's kind of been watching the sites, and he's thought that there's been some background business going on. Well, guess what? Maybe that's the background business that's going on. And the fact that it came to me, the loudest mouth in all of fantasy, it was probably the dumbest move that they could have ever did.
That's crazy, man. I think they listen to the podcast and they just don't like you talking as much shit as you talk.
Yeah. But the thing is, I know FanDuel gets all butthurt when we find those parlays that always break and give us no reason should be a plus 1,000 and they're both negatives. Like, I get it. You won't hire us, so then we're just going to play against you. So you're asking us to join you, but you don't want to give me money. You want me to hook your boy up with a monthly fee that's probably $250, $300. What would I do? And anyway, any idiot would do that, would end up just selling that information to his own people. No, you're not going to get me like that. We're not colluding. I'm not going to collude with you, DK. I'm not going to collude with you, FanDuel, unless you're getting a lot of money.
Yeah.
I'm not going to join in. I'm not going to join your boys' group, bro.
I'm trying to win money off these dudes, and they're trying to join you.
Yeah, join me. Maybe you should be pushing people to the Fight Club of Pain with Dan and Heat Override rather than Chris. I'm just saying. I know this Chris guy hasn't won more money in UFC than I. Well, he probably does because he's probably dropping thousands of dollars. And I'm just a married guy that's just living his life, just having fun, doing this fun with my guy, Dan. Fun. And I just thought it was weird, dude. I'll screenshot and send you the stuff.
That's crazy.
I still was a fish, but I was like a little scared at first. I was like, man, someone's trying to hack me. But then I went and I did the credential checks, and this dude's doing all the giveaways and free stuff for DK, and I'm like, oh no, that's a DK employee. So all you people that think I'm talking out of my ass, I can go post those things. I won't do it out of the respect of the business, though, because I do want to win money off these sites. I do not want to get my account taken. That's the key. Although my wife has an account, so you'd have to find her. So that being said, man, that's just what it was. But that's just one of those crazy things. All right, let me run these picks, and then we'll get back into it. All right, my IDP pickup of the week. Go to your waiver wire. Pick up this dude. Actually, ex-Steeler kind of guy. Devin Bush. He plays for the Cleveland Browns now. But guess what? His last game, 9 tackles, 1 sack. But he has had 2 games over double digits for the last few games. It was an interception. I think it was 2 games ago. So that being said, the Browns play San Francisco 49ers. If you were watching last night, it doesn't take a no-brainer unless you're just that disconnected from football, that Christian McCaffrey got the ball a lot. Christian McCaffrey and George Kittle had a lot of passing plays out of the backfield, over the middle of the field. That is where Devin Bush is. His key when he was with the Pittsburgh Steelers was his speed before his injury. Now, Devin Bush is still fast. He still is getting it done. And right now, the Cleveland Browns are probably the defensive player of the year is probably going to be Myles Garrett, because he's probably going to break the sack record this year. And when he does that,
I hope not.
Dude, he is 18. Like,
but he doesn't do anything else. All he does is blitz. He doesn't tackle.
Yeah,
he doesn't do anything else. All he does is blitz. He doesn't drop back in coverage. I mean,
no, he don't do that.
TJ
Watt does.
He's a blitzer. TJ Watt has had a terrible season, by the way. Terrible season.
He has had a terrible season, but sometimes that happens. I remember the last 2 years of Aaron Donald's career, and I was like, but it happens. So what I like about him, and that's while he's blitzing, he don't got to blitz. He got Devin Bush back there. He's got Corey Schlesinger, whatever. Say that name. I ain't got it in front of me right now. But you guys know what I'm talking about. They've got all the guys. But Devin Bush is a great pickup. A lot of people will not be picking him up. So pick him up for either your $0 or your $1 in any league. Because I can guarantee you're going to get him. He's around 11% owned. So you definitely want that action. If you can get a bet on Devin Bush, most likely his bet, because the sports books suck, but that's okay. We'll take advantage of it. Will probably be around 5.5 tackles, maybe 6.5. But I can see them putting, because they're going to be looking at Schlesinger. I'm just going to say that right now. Whatever. Hate me or love me. They're going to be all on him. So he's going to be around 7.5 to 8.5. That's where Bush is going to be lower. Bush will easily succeed that, and you will win your money. And Bush could be a positive. They might have him at, I'd say, over 5.5 tackles, might be like a negative 156. But if you can get a plus 118 on that, smash it, take it, make it, because you will make your money. And that comes to you from your IDP hero, Heat Override, the only IDP hero in the world. But now we get it.
Ooh, that's a nice little shirt you got on there, Dan. Ooh, yeah. I was thinking about you this whole podcast, and I was thinking about Alvin Kamara getting injured. What a guy, what a knot. But this week, we got a guy for you, a guy that Mr. Heat Override was talking stuff on at the beginning. He must have been in the back room with Hulk Hogan because he's a little high when he was talking about this guy. But now that he's got the Macho rub, ooh, yeah, this play is going to the top.
That player is going to be Kyren Williams of the LA Rams. Back-to-back 12 carries. They have not needed to use Kyren Williams. However, after watching Christian McCaffrey, isn't it kind of weird, crazy, or how beautiful I put all this together for the IDP pick and also your Macho pick? After watching Christian McCaffrey beat the daylights out of the Carolina Panthers, the Rams are going to smash the Carolina Panthers, and they're going to do that. And once they get up, they're going to be running a lot of Blake Corum, so you can get the over 10 yards, 15 yards. Grab that bet as well, too. But for Kyren Williams, let's pray that he gets his touchdown and gets a nice big run before they pull him, because that's most likely what's going to happen. He is 6,600 on DraftKings, but FanDuel refuses to put him under 8,000. So he's definitely a better play for 6,600 on DraftKings. But I will be playing him in all of my lineups and in the Ultra Contrarian lineups. Steve should be back. Fuego Steve should be back this Saturday. Also, if you want it, here's a bet, because a lot of the bets aren't out for the Rams. There's a bet on the Ram game that says either Puka or Kyren Williams scores 2 touchdowns. That's a plus 270. I took that bet. I like that bet. I think either Kyren Williams or Puka Nacua scores 2 touchdowns this week. And I know that I say it's going to be a blowout, but the Rams are kind of one of those teams where they kind of get up on you, kind of like what they did with Seattle a few weeks ago. They got that 28 points, and then they just went into cruise mode, right? Yeah. That's what McVay does. So what do you think about that play? You think the Rams are beating the Carolina Panthers?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Like I said earlier, man, Matthew Stafford's playing lights out this year. He should be in the MVP conversation.
Yeah.
And their receiver trio is unreal. It's unreal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you got the running back you were just talking about.
Kyren Williams, Blake Corum.
I don't see anybody stopping that team right now.
Yeah, they are on a roll. And that's what happens if you go back to the greatest show on turf. Once the Rams hit that stride, they just carried it all the way to the Super Bowl. That was a close Super Bowl, but if it wasn't a close Super Bowl, it could have been a blowout. There's just things that happen. Tennessee played up. So, that being said, let's move along to a fun little skit before we get into the WWE Survivor Series. So everybody, enjoy yourselves. Let's do it. Top 3 liked foods and 1 food you can't stand at Thanksgiving time. Go for it, Dan.
Oh man, I love a good turkey, man. I'm a big fan of a good turkey.
Fried or baked?
I bake our turkey, but I have special seasonings that I put on it, man.
Oh, Chef Dan cooking that
Yeah.
soup can.
Yeah,
put
but
A
we
soup can in it.
I love a good turkey. Homemade mac and cheese, baked mac and
Okay.
cheese is
Yeah, that's always good.
one of my favorites.
Mm-hmm.
And what else, man? I also make homemade pierogies.
Okay, we do that too. We're gonna have to do that one time.
I'll
Make
also
pierogies.
make homemade pierogi, but I cannot stand cranberry sauce. Cranberry sauce is the worst, man. I can't take
Yes!
it.
Dude, I'll
I
eat
can't-
that shit up.
I can't do the cranberry sauce, man.
Dude, I just eat it up. Like people, dude, wife just be looking at me. Chrissy's like, "What are you doing, bro?" And I just be over there, and cranberry sauce.
Oh, we'll send some to you, man.
Oh, do you got?
Leanne makes homemade cranberry sauce every year.
Okay.
Yeah, so we'll
You
send
dip some
send you
crackers in that shit.
we'll send you some with your big plate that we're sending.
All right, we got that. Hey, someone offered me a free turkey today. I was like, dude, I was like, we don't even need a turkey, but I'll take your turkey. I'll take the turkey because we're going up to the in-laws to eat. So, they bought the turkey, they got everything. But I was like, look, I'll cook a turkey on the weekend. I got nothing better to do. I'll cook a turkey. I'll eat
Hell
it.
yeah.
I'll eat turkey for a week. That's good for a fighter. Just
Protein,
don't eat
man.
before a fight.
Protein. Just watch the tryptophan, man. You'll
tryptophan.
fall asleep.
That's why you don't eat it before a fight. Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
tryptophan. You'll be falling asleep.
All right. These are my three. Of course, turkey's number one. I love mashed potatoes and gravy. I just love gravy. I just pour gravy on everything. I pour gravy on the turkey. I pour gravy on the mashed potatoes. Gravy's everywhere. I just go like this with the plate. Right around, dude. And green bean casserole. I will eat the shit out of some green bean casserole. That's one of those foods that I could just keep shoving in my mouth. And you know me, when I'm eating, I just keep shoving shit in my mouth. I'm just eating it up, man. I'm having a good time.
What don't you like?
Dude, here it comes. Turkey neck. Who the hell wants to suck?
I love it.
What?
I love it.
Fucking turkey neck, dude. Oh,
Bro, that's what I make my gravy out of.
Well, yeah, but people be eating the turkey. Do you eat the turkey neck? Do you pick it up like a chicken meat?
No, you shred that shit.
No, man, I'm talking
You
about
shred
people that eat the turkey neck. Like,
Nah,
just
you
go after the turkey neck.
No, that's you can't. No.
That's the barbarian ass shit I'm talking about. The turkey neck.
Yeah,
Dude,
you can't do that.
Dude, they're eating it like a wing. They're just like putting those 5 vertebrae in their mouth, and they're like, and it's
you shred it and put it in your gravy.
Turkey neck, bro. Turkey neck. I've probably had turkey neck in my gravy, and probably the gizzards too. I don't be messing with them gizzards.
No, I throw that away. I throw that shit away.
There's a little pack like that, dude. It's always like when you would go fishing and you would get the pregnant fish, and there would be the sack, the babies.
Yeah.
They'd be pregnant. Then they would cut that out. I never ate that. I'm just eating the fish, right? But like my brother would eat that. He'd be like, "Oh, give me that, neighbor," and I'd be like, "Whoa, holy mackerel! What the heck are you eating? The thing looks like a real sponge from the sea," and it just, and I'm like,
"No, thank you.
What is that?
No,
That's
thank you."
Why we bring up all these things? Football, foods, everything has to do with Thanksgiving, people. So have a great Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving as well.
Beer also.
Beer, lots of beer. Love to drink all day.
On
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving, I drink from the time I wake up to the time I pass out.
Beer can and the turkey. It's like, no, we're just messing. We're turk beering out here, bro. All right, let's move along. Let's get to the last topic. Survivor Series War Games this Saturday. Thanksgiving Day tradition. I don't like it when it's early in the month. I don't like it when it's before Thanksgiving. Survivor Series always has to be the Saturday after, or like in the past, on Thanksgiving. But give me the Saturday. Dude, this is tradition. I remember on those days eating turkey, the football was done, and wrestling came on. Man, you can't get more American than that.
No, it's some apple pie. It was the 80s, so everybody around you smoking, drinking.
It's American pie. With a coat to the levee with the Chevy. Dude, we were going anywhere. We were watching wrestling. We were watching the old school.
Yep. Yeah.
All right, well, let's throw out one of the matches. Stephanie Vaquer versus Nikki Bella. Who do you got winning? And do you think this match is relevant?
Bro, I love Stephanie Vaquer. I think she is probably the best women's wrestler right now in WWE.
Definitely best to look at as well, too.
I agree with that also. But she's probably the best wrestler in the women's division. And Nikki Bella is not relevant. She hasn't been relevant in about 10, 15 years. So
yeah. Well, I'll say she still is relevant, but I'm surprised one of our wives haven't slapped us by now. But at the same time, they know they got their wrestling crushes. You know, like as Cody Rhodes comes out, Cody Rhodes.
Yeah.
Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, my wife drooling every time Jey Uso comes out.
I mean, I won't lie. I think Jey Uso's a sexy guy. He's a sexy guy.
Everybody hates me because Jimmy's better. Jimmy's a better wrestler.
I can Jimmy, like, the no yeets. You are the no yeet guy.
You're no yeet. You were at SummerSlam with me. No yeet. No.
That was so funny at Summer. Actually, Chrissy just popped her head in because she heard that stuff going on, the madness going on over here.
Yeah.
You can pop in here. You can put your head in. You got something to say.
No yeet, Chrissy. No yeet.
Dan says no yeet. This is what we do on Bring the Pain. We get wild. We get live. Hope y'all enjoying it because we're going for a ride. All right. John Cena versus Dominic Mysterio. I don't have to ask if this match is relevant. We already got the thing. Who do you got winning? And talk about it.
I was hoping that John Cena would win and Sheamus would win the Intercontinental title off of him as his last match.
Okay.
But Sheamus is out of the tournament.
Yeah.
With an injury.
Bro,
so now I think Dom's going to cheat to win.
Yeah.
Like he always does.
I think there's going to be a bell hammer. Definitely a bell hammer. Judgment Day. But let's just get this. Cena doesn't need it. But right now, Dominic Mysterio has fought. I had fought with him in my mind for months doing the WWE rankings at Dr. Roto. And I got to the point where I'm like, I got to put Dom on. The work, the hard work he does, the stuff being the AAA champion. Dude, he came out on Monday Night Raw with the AAA championship. I don't even think the announcers knew. Then he goes, oh, yeah, he's still the AAA champion. He was a double champ. And I'm like, hey, he threw you off coming out with that belt last night.
Yeah, and when he brought out the little midget John Cena, man, it was funny.
Dude,
it was funny. It reminded me of like mid 2000s, early or late 90s, mid 2000s, just nonsense. It was great.
Dude, they couldn't have found a better small guy than that midget, whatever we call him. I don't know what's politically correct. People, don't sacrifice us for that. Just know that that's what. Hey. You know what? That's what they were calling him on WWE Raw last night.
Yeah.
So anyway, dude, he came out and he was busted. I was like, I just want him to rap. I just want him to rap. And I was like, dude, it just was so. But that kick, dude, when he kicked him, I think every small person in this world felt that kick.
It was hilarious. It was hilarious.
That was
absolutely
so
hilarious.
He putted his ass. He 300 his ass. He was like, Sparta!
It was so
Bro
funny.
flew into the ring rope.
It was so funny.
I just like that, dude. I mean, dude, that was insane. That was insane. I got Dom winning. Dom's gonna take this. Dom's definitely carrying the belt for a while. I think what he's doing right now is perfect. I love his heel. I love what he's got. There's no reason right now. I love seeing it too, but you know.
He's a great heel. He really is. People love to hate him.
Yeah. That is great. All right, let's move along to one of two Survivor Series classical matches. The classics, whatever you want, cool. We got Rhea, Io, Flair, Bliss, and Lee versus Lynch, Kairi Sane, Ahsoka, Jax, and Legend. Who you got winning? And do you like this match? Was it set up nice, or do you not like the pairing?
I don't know where Lash Legend came from. Like she just appeared one day, and I know she was in NXT, but she just randomly appeared with Nia Jax out of nowhere. They didn't build that. And Becky just randomly showing up last week to say, "Hey, hi, I'm your fifth member."
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a bad match. There's star power to it. I mean, there's
of course.
Definitely star power on it, and I mean, you got to love the Rhea and Charlotte Flair angle that they took, and I like it. But I definitely think the Rhea and Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss team's going to win.
I think so too, as well too. So people, you do have to check out DraftKings. Actually, I will do that for you right now. The reason why I bring that up is DraftKings every once in a while will do a wrestling poll. And when they do a wrestling poll, that's when you kind of want to jump on it, because it's free money, free entry, and a chance to win. So if that poll does come up, maybe I'll throw up some picks, because I mean, I'm looking for it right now. I am not seeing it at all. So there is not one. Oh, there's UFC 323 though. Yeah, we need to do those free DraftKings things, man. Like, dude, I forget that they have it. So there is no WWE thing for that. I think they skipped Royal Rumble this year, but they did they did WrestleMania. So it's just one of those things. Free money. We get the picks right. Miss one or two. It's free money, people. But yeah, I just wanted to check that out and throw that in. But that doesn't mean this is Tuesday. They could put that up on Thursday, Friday, or Saturday. So you do have to watch that. That's why I'm bringing that up. But I mean, shit, it's fun money. All right, let's move along to what could be the main event. In this quarter, we have CM Punk, Cody Rhodes, Jimmy and Jay Uso, and the OTC himself, Roman Reigns. Acknowledge me. Woo! In the other corner, we got Drew McIntyre, Bronson Reed. We've got Jake, Logan, whoever it may be.
Logan Paul.
I know it's Logan Paul. Jake Paul's going to get murdered by Johnson. I have to mess with that.
Yeah.
And of course, Braun Breaker and Brock Lesnar. Dan, who you got winning, and what's your thoughts of this fight?
Man, if this was a real fight and in the octagon, the Brock Lesnar team would destroy the Cody Rhodes.
Yeah,
team.
they would. They would go grab them boys up and tap them.
Yeah, if it was a real fight, that team would just be smoked. but this is professional wrestling we're talking about.
Yeah.
I love the fact that they're building towards something with Roman Reigns and CM Punk and Cody Rhodes.
Yeah.
And I don't know what they're doing with the Usos. I kind of just think they threw them in there to cause of Roman,
Yeah.
and you really don't have anything else to do with them at this moment.
Yeah.
Kind of like Logan Paul. I would have loved to see Austin Theory on that team, other than Logan Paul.
Yeah, they just hate that guy, man. And I miss Austin Theory.
I would have loved to see Austin Theory on that team, but you know the baby faces are gonna win, man.
It just feels like that one baby face team might lose, but I don't think so
Roman.
this time.
Roman and the Usos don't lose the War Games match ever.
Yeah,
and Cody's dad created the War Games match. Come on, man. There's no way
pulling some WWE history out on some whoops.
There's no way that they lose this match.
Yeah, and so my prediction up until last night when Roman was talking about those titles, I feel that after this match, I feel the Bloodline takes out Punk and Cody Rhodes.
I agree.
I think that nicely they played with them, and I think this week Roman might come through after they get the titles on them and smack both of their titles, but I could also see a beatdown. I could see a beatdown. I could see Brock and them leaving, but that's what I mean, that's going to make everything a little muddled at that time because they have to escort themselves out.
Yeah.
But I feel that that's kind of the thing. What do you think about that?
I can see the exact same thing happening, but I also think the only person that takes the pin in this match is Logan Paul or Jimmy Uso. Those are the only two people that can take a pin in this match.
Wow! Yeah, you're right. Look at Dan trying to get finishes in the WWE.
They're the only two that can take a pin and it not mean something.
You are correct, and that is a big thing about wrestling. Is those two can take the pin, and it won't make them look weak. However, if someone like Braun Breaker takes a pin, he looks weak. Cody and Punk aren't taking a win or a loss, and they're not. And so is Roman Reigns not taking a loss, and nobody's pinning Brock Lesnar. So it leaves you Logan Paul easily. I mean Bronson Reed, but I don't think that's gonna happen. Yeah. Logan Paul definitely can get that, man. I like that theory. I like that. Try to nail finishes.
Yeah, it's either Jimmy takes the pin, gets pinned, or Logan Paul gets pinned. One of the two, because they're not letting any of the other four get pinned.
I agree with that 100%. So Jimmy's number is going to be a plus 116, and Logan Paul is going to be a negative 178. No. Yes. Paul is the negative 178.
But
we're giving out numbers.
But on either team, Jimmy's the only one that will do crazy stuff off the cage.
Yes. So that's going to be a big part right there.
Yeah.
Because while you add that they're going to do the crazy stuff, that's going to lead to the eventual pin. There might be there will be crazy bumps, crazy moments. This card is more centered around those War Games matches, so it's not really a big card. They do have tonight. I know that Cena was at NXT tonight, and then so you still have SmackDown. Could be another match added, but I think right now with what they got going on, the matches we covered, pretty solid. That gives us a good feel of the card and gives you all a great preview for this week, along with those picks and some story to go with it.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good time, man. I love watching wrestling.
It is. It's fun. All right, let's talk UFC for a few seconds because of all that. We got our guy Moaja putting out more cartoons. Dude, he just put one out like 2 hours ago about Ian Machado Gary. You didn't catch that one yet?
No, I didn't see it.
Oh, dude. It's actually a shorter one. It's pretty funny. But it's the Ian Machado Gary and Chimov face off.
Oh,
so
when he pushed Gary.
Yeah. Now a lot of people think that Gary was being a bitch, and a lot of people think that this was all staged. What do you feel about this moment?
I think when they're all together, those Dagestanis think they're untouchable. And
Okay.
I think Ian Gary kept it professional.
Yeah. Yeah. So you said Chime was trying to show up for Tsarukyan.
Yeah.
He's trying to watch me, Dad. You'll get that in that cartoon. It's kind of funny.
Yeah, and I think Ian Gary was just keeping it professional because he doesn't want to get a fine. He doesn't want to get anything like that. So
I agree with it. I'm gonna take the IMG side of this. Oh, there it goes again. I'm gonna take the IMG side of this. I think he said it straight out. That's what we need in the UFC. Like he said, I'm young. 27, and I've got a long future in front of me. I'm gonna get you sooner or later. He's gonna get him, but
yeah,
he needs to. I can't argue with him.
I don't see Timonov going back down to 170 to fight him, and I don't see Gary moving up until after he wins the title because he will win that 170 title. I'm putting it out there. He will win that 170 title.
Yeah. He definitely could get that, man. And did you see how mad he got when the guy was like, "What if they just grab your legs?" And he put the mic down. He was mad. He was like, "They all do that stuff." And I'm just like, it showed. And I think that Michael Morales and Ian Machado Gary have showed us that strikers can defend takedowns and beat a wrestling opponent. And they both proved that.
Look, JDM was just a champ, man. And he beat a wrestler for the belt.
Yep.
It's not. It's not his fault that he fought one of the best fighters on the planet.
Yeah. And the thing is people forget. A lot of people think nothing of JDM. Yet he was man enough to get that title. Maybe he dropped it to the next match. But if Makhachev doesn't move up, he may have been able to successfully defend that belt against somebody. And
multiple times. I say multiple times.
Yeah. They still have him at 2. They have him at 2.
He should still be at 1. I mean, he just lost the title.
I thought that too, but that's not what happened. He is at 1. I was thinking Ian Machado Gary's 2. But at this point, you have JDM, Gary. They moved Rachmanov up for some reason. I didn't understand that. How do you move Rachmanov over Michael Morales when Rachmanov doesn't even fight?
At 170?
Yeah.
Well, he's above Morales because he was initially higher in the rankings before, and he didn't win or lose. So he basically kept his spot or dropped down 1.
Okay.
Because someone else jumped him. Gary probably jumped him.
He did. Gary's 2 now.
So everybody that was above them dropped at least 1.
Mm-hmm.
So, and Michael Morales probably jumped 4 or 5.
Yeah, he's in 4th.
Yeah, and he's still under Rachmanov.
Muhammad's 3rd, and Prates
he shouldn't even be in the top 5. Muhammad shouldn't even be in the top 5.
Right? It's like they kept Sean Brady at 7. I don't know about that. And then you have Sean Brady over Kamaru Usman, Leon Edwards. How is he still number 9? But I mean, I guess if you go look at Buckley, Bonfim, Burns, Covington, Neal, and Daniel Rodriguez, I guess that would really be that top echelon.
I mean, how is Colby Covington still even in the rankings?
Bro, I think he just wants to run his mouth more than he actually wants to fight.
He doesn't want to fight. He's lost his last 4.
Yeah, exactly. And to me, that does nothing for us. We need more than that, people. So, going out on a limb, who does Makhachev fight? Do you think that Gary gets the push, or do you think that they're going to give it to Morales?
Makhachev. I think Prates and Morales should fight.
Oh yeah, you have said that. I
think those two should fight. And truthfully, in that division, Gary deserves it, man. Gary deserves that title shot.
Yep, I agree. He beat Protes. You picked him. He beat him. He beat a boxer.
Yeah,
He beat a wrestler.
And whoever wins the Protes Morales fight, they fight the winner of that.
Practically, we got a question up here from Abdelga. Did I say that? Abdelga? So we got, how is Shavkat up without fighting? And we just asked that question as well, too, but Dan said before all these wins that he was up there high enough.
Yeah,
so,
he was already ranked in the top 5. So he dropped one, and I think only one person was put above him.
Yeah, Gary. They moved out Muhammad, and they kept JDM, and they moved up Gary practically.
Yeah.
So they just moved him down. But I mean, you gotta fight. You know my rules. You gotta fight. So if I don't get a Rachmanov fight within the next month or two, he gotta go down. But
he's not fighting in the next month or two because he's hurt. He's always hurt.
Yeah, there's your problem. That's exactly what Abs was talking about here. You know, so for me, go on.
The rankings don't really mean anything in the UFC anyway, because if you're popular with the fans, you're going to get a title shot anyway.
Exactly. And that's why I think right now Michael Morales, it does have something to say, but I think that the Gary antics with Chimev now makes it kind of work. But then Makhachev's like, what the hell, man? He's just out there is like, why all these people want to talk about me? And Gary's like, I got you. So I like your Phil. Morales versus Protes.
We were just talking about Shavkat. I was answering that. We were just talking about Shavkat, man.
Yeah, what's up, MMA Underbelly? Yeah, dude, that's what we literally, both you and Abs came in talking about Shavkat. And we don't know how he's still up there, but Dan did put out a great talk about that. So for the people listening audio-wise, there are people asking questions. We are answering those. It's kind of funny how all of a sudden we stopped talking football, we got more eyes watching us, and we got people commenting. Again, UFC is better than football.
I agree. Morales does need another win. I think he needs to fight. Protes. I think Morales needs to fight Protes.
So this is what I got. Morales versus Protes. We got Makhachev versus Gary. And then we need JDM versus Rachmanov when Rachmanov decides to actually physically
I completely agree with all three of those.
I want to see all those. I think we're going to get them. And then why doesn't Bilal Muhammad go fight Sean Brady? Why not?
But truthfully, what's his face? The ex-champ.
Usman?
Yeah, Kamaru Usman might get the next title shot. You never know.
I think
they're already talking about it.
I think Makhachev wants Usman. I think it just because that's like Aspinall wanting John Jones.
Yeah,
like,
that's a career-defining moment.
But
I think Usman ragdolls Bilal.
I like that. I do like that, Abs. That's a beautiful, beautiful matchup right there, man. I see. This is what I talk about. Like, I do love football. I'm an NFL guy. I'm so good at it. But this year has really changed a lot of views, both betting wise and MMA Underbelly. I'll let you betting wise and just overall game. So, I mean, we need more people to play the UFC. And when they do, what's that?
The one you just put up there, man.
Go ahead, answer that.
Dude, I completely agree with you. I don't understand him getting a title shot, but a name is a name, and what Uncle Dana says goes. So if Uncle Dana says Usman gets the title shot, then he gets the title shot. I don't agree with it either.
Yeah, I agree with that as well, too. So just for the people on the audio side, MMA Underbelly said, I can't stand Usman getting the title shot. Yeah, he's got the name, but he hasn't earned another title shot by beating Buckley. Yeah, I totally get that. And then he said that's bullshit. I agree with that too. To me, this is where the politics gets involved. and this might be where the NFL might be a little different, where you're like, all right, you still get that thing because you don't have the commissioner popping in and doing his thing. But at the same time, I get why they want that name. And I get why Makachev wants him. He wants that on his resume. He wants to say that. He can get to the other guys, but then Gary's ready to go. So if that is the fight, I'm not going to say it's not, but if that happens to be the fight, Gary's going to need a fight. And Gary isn't trying to go fight anybody else. He deserves where he's at.
Gary earned his spot, man, but he did lose to Rachmanov. Everybody forgets he lost to Rachmanov.
Maybe that's why they moved up Rachmanov.
He lost to Rachmanov, and everybody forgets that because he's been on such a tear lately. I mean, he's won his last four or last three. He's won his last three. But I mean, if he could get healthy, I think Rachmanov needs one win, and he deserves a title shot. He deserved the title shot 2 years ago.
Yeah, Rachmanov was his third fight. So, of course, you were right, though. The fight before that, he bought MVP. So he beat MVP. He beat Gary Neal. He's beat Neil Magny. Not that counts for much. But the only guy that has beaten him is Rachmanov.
Yeah.
That's it. And it was a 5-round decision.
Yeah, it was a close fight. It was a really close fight.
So you can't run that back. But I could see them
not yet
running that back and giving Usman the title shot.
I hope not.
I don't want it either.
I don't know. I think you give. I agree with my man up there. I think Usman should fight Bilal.
Yep, I agree with that 100%.
I mean, Bilal has a name. He's an ex-champ. But those two are friends. They probably don't want to fight each other.
He said he has a name, but he ain't remembering the name.
Yeah, no one remembers. Everybody's going to remember your name from getting beat up the last two fights.
Dude, that boy, he draws him with a big head. Bilal, he gave him a big head when he had Tsarukyan headbutting dude, and then took a break and he had Bilal come in.
Yeah.
I was like, why is he out? Him come out of nowhere, just headbutting dude.
Because he wants to be Dagestani too bad. They got real problems too. Who got real problems?
I think he's talking about. Are you talking about the UFC and their rankings, Abs? Or are you talking about like this? Are you talking about like the whole thing being a problem because they have a lot of great fighters, deserves the championship bout, but they're picking and choosing who to get up there, kind of leaving the people who deserve it?
Do it old school. Make it one pay-per-view and just run a tournament.
Run the gauntlet.
Run a tournament.
Bilal and Usman.
Oh, I thought they were friends, so they have problems. Make them fight.
Yeah.
Make them fight.
We saw where that happened this week, right? We saw Tsarukyan and Hooker finally get their aggressions out.
And Hooker got beat up. He got beat up.
He had a lump all around his eye. His eye became like he put a mask on half of it, like he was in a masquerade, and he went like this. And then he had a bump over here. And
he landed like 3 punches the whole fight.
that spin move that Tsarukyan did was like when Mohajat, if I'm butchering your name, buddy, I'm sorry. When he did that cartoon, I swear he did the Transformer music or the Transformer when he did the flip. I was like, what was that? Oh, dude. That's wild.
Yeah, I would love to see the Bilal Usman fight, but both of them would probably be scared to shoot, and it would become a kickboxing match between two dudes that aren't very good with their hands.
Yeah, that would be funny. That would be funny, man. But hey, it's great to see everybody commenting and MMA underbelly, Abs. definitely try to follow us. Check us out. Like, share. Hit up one of our Real Fight Club shows. This is just a review of what we did. This was giving out some Turkey Day props, talking Survivor Series, giving out the Macho pick and IDP waiver wire for tonight for your seasonal fantasy football leagues. But on the Fight Club of Pain, this is what we do. We talk fight theory, but when we get into the finishes and we talk about winning some money, that's what our bread and butter is. That's what we do on the Fight Club of Pain. So I want to make sure that everybody's watching to follow us, like, share, click the notifications so you know when we go live at Dr. Roto, at Heat Override, at Bring the Pain. That way that you can catch Dan and I with all this information that we've been able to get through. I mean, Dan knows the UFC. I've literally had to watch thousands of fights, comb the books, look at numbers, look up facts, like people going from going into hockey for 10 years and leaving hockey for their dad's construction business, Armin Tsarukyan, things like that. You're just learning little weird things, but we're trying to make money. So I hope that everybody out there, gives us a like, follow, share. This is what you get every week. You just get bonker ass shit. I love it, man. All right, this is probably one of our longest podcasts ever.
Yeah.
A $1:36. All right, man. You got anything for the people before we get out of here?
No, happy Thanksgiving, everybody. I hope everybody enjoys their holiday with their family.
That's beautiful, man. I love it. Let's kick off the holiday season. Let's have a great Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody from Dr. Roto. Again, get over to Dr. Roto. Actually, I almost forgot to give out those lineups. Oh, for the people that stayed till the end, you get your lineups real quick. So here's your Turkey Day lineup. But get to Dr. Roto, use code WIN, get a percentage off of your subscription, and start winning today. We have the right gear for all of your fantasy needs. I say that so well. All right, here's your DFS Hero simulated lineup for Turkey Day. Mahomes, Williams, Henry, Lamb, Chase, Flowers, Likely, Andrews, Packers. I love it. I love that, the double tight end. That's real nice. Let's get over to my lineup, and then we'll get out of here, people. All right, as soon as it loads. Doop, doop, doop. Got it. Lineups. I got Love, Gibbs, Henry, Lamb, Watson, Iavosa, Andrews, Brown, Chase Brown, and the Cowboys defense. I had to go a little cheaper. I do like that the other lineup was able to get Jamar Chase in. Why I'm going Iosvas is because he got a decent amount of play. Higgins is hurt. I don't think he's playing in this game. So that's going to be your edge, your DFS play. So I know Jamar Chase get every ball he wants, but Iosvas is going to get his, man. I like that lineup as well, man. All right. Thanks again, Dan. Thank you for coming on. I know
anytime,
we'll
bro.
talk. Have a happy Thanksgiving.
I'll see you Friday, man.
Oh, yeah. For some beers. Got you that fruit salsa from the Eli Fish.
I'll bring you some food, like I said.
Always, brother. All right, everybody. Have a great day, and always remember to bring the pain. Happy Thanksgiving, y'all. Woo!
Thanks for stopping by the office. Get your fantasy prescription by subscribing to the channel and checking out drroto.com. Until the next visit, be well and take care.